What is up, everybody? Welcome to another fresh take. Vicky, how are you?
I am good. How are you today?
I am doing a whole lot better than the Watcher is. Um, so what if
Sure.
what if episode 8? What if Ultron actually won? This one's interesting for a couple of reasons. One, it's kind of picking up where the last episode left off.
I like that every episode before this was always like a one shot, one shot, one shot. You don't know what happens next. And now last week their cliffhanger takes us into this week, which takes us into next week, which will be the finale for this season. Well, this season part 1 or whatever.
Yeah. So I guess we could call the episode, well, that escalated quickly. Because basically what happens is take Age of Ultron and remember when Ultron was trying to make his new body, which is basically Vision's body. Well, in this universe, they didn't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
And he pretty much killed everybody, basically. So it's actually very interesting because if you know anybody that's read the comics, what they did to Ultron in that movie, a lot of comic book heads got mad because it was like, dude, he's too jokey. He's making too many jokes. This is not Ultron. That wasn't Ultron. What they did in this episode, that was Ultron.
Yeah.
He was cold. He was ruthless. He was using straight up logic and his programming, which his programming was to find
Yeah.
peace. The peaceful thing was to kill everybody.
I mean, you can't have war if there's nobody there.
Yeah, basically.
I
So
mean,
I, the only two Avengers left are uh Natasha and Clint. You knew it was going to be them.
so why is the pumpkin spice latte basic white people the ones left? You know, like,
I do have one
and not
theory
even
about
like
that, but
not
yeah,
even like the genius ones.
mm-mm.
You know,
They
like
murdered. He murdered
yeah,
them.
like the genius ones like Iron Man and like not Ant Man, but Hank Pym,
Yeah,
Hope. You know, one of the, you know, like none of the smart folks is left. All y'all,
nope. Just the two spies.
just the two spies.
Yeah,
That's
and the reason why I think they left them alive so they could, because a lot of people got mad at Endgame when Natasha basically sacrificed herself for the Soul Stone. A lot of people got mad about that, and I think this was their way of trying to
but
make
like
those people be happy or something. That's the only thing that makes sense because I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It literally makes no sense.
Tasha doesn't have kids. She doesn't have a family. So
Yeah.
if anybody would die, it would be her. I mean,
If you're thinking logically, you're saying that. If you're thinking like, and I hate to use this frame, but one of those people who love to be, women's rights, women's empowerment, men are all stupid. How dare you kill a woman? That's just what that was. And I'm like, because if you follow the story, it makes sense. Because yes, Natasha's not gonna let Clint kill himself when if they win, there's a chance he gets back with his family. She's not gonna do that.
exactly.
So, but if you're one of those people, and I had a couple of discussions with those people when the movie came out, I'm like, but it makes sense. No, it doesn't. They should have killed.
I
They should have
mean,
killed Tasha. I'm like, it makes sense story wise,
it
but
makes sense just common sense wise.
yeah. So
Me, you know, you're Joe Schmo with no kids, and homeboy over here got a whole family.
that got dusted. So when they come back, they'll come back.
Yeah.
So,
The potential for him to see his family after he completely went off the rails, which is
yeah,
what's going to happen in the new Hawkeye, whatever
yeah,
show,
all that stuff's got to come back on them. Yeah,
when he lost his mind and was just killing everybody.
yeah.
So, like,
Like
whatever.
I said, it's one of those situations where I heard people saying that, and I'm thinking that the reason why they did that so they could flip it so people would be more the Black Widow fans would be happy. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, so like that's it. It's like
That's
people
the only reason.
they really like Black Widow.
Yeah.
I don't understand why, but okay.
I mean, she's an alright character, but I mean,
She ain't.
yeah. So the funniest death though, honestly, was Thanos, because literally Thanos shows up, walks out the portal, and gets cut in half. I'm like, oh, so that's how you could have handled it.
Well, there you go.
I'm like, okay, wow, all right. So didn't even get to speak a line, walked out the portal and died.
Done.
So now that makes everybody else mad because, like, hold on, you mean to tell me Vision could have stopped this in Infinity War?
Yes.
It's like, God dang it, Vision, you could have stopped this. None of this would have happened. So that part, it was hilarious, but it was also wrong because I did not see that coming. I will give What If this. They always have at least one or two scenes that you do not see coming.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that happen.
They're like, hold on, hold my cane. I got this.
So basically, at this point, they show Vision / Ultron get the Infinity Stones, and he makes his armor, and yeah. So he just goes on a world killing spree, universe killing spree. So he basically the fight that happened when he goes to the Nova Corps home planet, and Captain Marvel shows up. Like, okay, well, this is going to be interesting because Captain Marvel should have enough power to actually, fight him. Then you think about it, like, he got all 6 Infinity Stones, and they're in the core of a planet. Oh, she about to die.
Yeah.
She about to die.
It's not just, Thanos versus Captain Marvel. It's Vision with all the stones. Versus Captain Marvel. That's a whole nother beast.
Yeah, and he's once again, he's thinking logically. He don't care. Jarvis is not integrated. He don't care. So yeah. Now the interesting thing was when he saw the Watcher, and the Watcher was like, "Wait, what? The second person that felt me? Hold on now." So he's still doing his Watcher thing.
Exactly. It was like, but player, if you just wasn't watching. He wouldn't have known you was there.
That's very true. So in the present timeline of this little story, Clint and Natasha make it to Siberia to get a copy of Arnim Zola to upload into the Ultron framework to have him basically take out Ultron. Smart plan, but Ultron is not on Earth.
Yeah.
Because it was a hive mind, basically. And Ultron ain't on Earth. They don't know where Ultron is, which that part leads into the whole Clint sacrificing himself, which, once again, we both said that was stupid, but whatever. So
I mean, in this case, it was fine because they really didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
They didn't have a choice. Natasha had to get out with old boy. So, like, he fell back. There wasn't nothing you could do.
Yeah. And the other thing too about that is that it was stupid of them to shoot off Zola's legs, because if that was okay, they could have flew out. Yeah. So I'm like, y'all, okay, well, whatever. But that's when we flip back to the Watcher, and the Watcher's sitting in his outside of reality, and Ultron just busts in.
Yeah.
And
now they're fighting. They're fighting, going through all the different worlds, and Ultron wants to just destroy all the universes out there. Destroy everything.
Yeah, so he can finally achieve his core programming, which is peace.
Yeah.
And one way to do it.
It was a good fight. They were fighting it out.
Yeah.
The Watcher was giving as good as he, and it was funny, but we skipped over the part where the Watcher's in the library with them, with Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Don't give up. The box is right there. So it gave a comedic aspect. They humanize the Watcher. So while he watches and doesn't interfere, he still has some type of. He's not a robot like Ultron. You know what I'm saying? Like he is. They humanized him in that moment, so you understood why he just didn't like, oh well, you know, go ahead, destroy everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, come on, like don't play it, don't give up. No, it's right there. No, don't. Like, so that was funny. So I like that they put that in there.
It was kind of like being at a movie theater during a horror movie and you like, what are you doing? So it was just
like,
that
don't run
situation.
upstairs. No, don't do it. No. Ah.
So that was a funny moment. That was another funny but good moment in it. But yeah, the only problem that I have with this, and this comes once again because I am a comic book head, Uatu is way more powerful than that. The Infinity Stones don't really mean nothing to him. So him getting beat like that was kind of like, but I understand this for purposes of the story. Now he does take a bitter beating. And there are a couple of cool Easter eggs. There's one shot of Ultron eating a galaxy, and that it made him look like Galactus.
Yeah,
because that is something that Galactus does in the comics. So I was like, that was pretty cool. They had an Easter egg with Steve Rogers becoming president, which is what happened in the Ultimate line, in the Marvel Comics Ultimate line. I thought that was pretty cool. They showed the Skrulls, they showed the Wakandans, they showed a lot of different cool little Easter eggs.
Yeah, that was cool. Like they were like, well, if they're flying through all the universes, technically there's nothing that's off
limits. Yeah,
off limits. We can just go through everything, and you know, you can get a quick snapshot of like that one comic storyline that only had 5 books in it, real quick. Bam, we're out of there, and y'all saw it.
Yeah, and I like that. Now it does end in a very ironic twist, where the one place he can hide is with the one guy he pretty much left out to dry.
Yeah,
evil Doctor Strange
with all his weird appendages and eyes on his forehead and all kinds of weird things, and yeah, in which she was like, okay.
And he had to apologize, which I wouldn't apologize personally, just because he had that coming. That's because everybody tried to stop him. He had that coming. So.
He was like, technically, you're still wrong.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have did what you did because, hello, look at where we're at. But I'm going to need your help. Yeah. But you're still wrong. I'm not saying you're not wrong. And I was right for not interfering because you still were wrong.
Yeah.
But.
And it actually saved my life. But.
We need to. Everything's going to end now.
Yeah.
Not just this world, all the worlds.
Which is going to be very interesting because technically evil Doctor Strange should be more power, or power should be on par with Ultron.
Yeah.
Because all them cosmic beings he ate.
Mm-hmm. I guess, but he just didn't. He was too heartbroken to think about, I'm going to go destroy the Watcher as well.
Yeah. So
his goal was never to destroy everything. His goal was just to get the love of his life back, but in the process, destroyed everything.
Yeah, which oh man, that one must have been something else, boy. Woo! But that being said, it's gonna be very interesting next week because next week I think is where we're gonna get Party Thor, Star-Lord, T'Challa, Captain Carter, Killmonger, and all of them teaming up to take on all of the Ultrons that show up. Now I don't know how this is gonna end. I have no idea. But it should make for a very interesting episode.
Mm-hmm.
It should. And there's also going to be one more person showing up that was in the trailer that we haven't seen all season yet, and that's Gamora looking like Thanos. Because she's in the trailer. So I'm like, okay, we haven't seen. I thought they were going to show her at some point in this episode, but they didn't. So I'm guessing we're going to see her next episode. I hope next episode is like 45 minutes, though, because if it's another 30-minute one, I don't know how that's going to work.
That's a lot to pack in.
Yeah, that's a lot to pack in to try to like finish it off. And plus, most of the season finales have been close to an hour. So I'm hoping that this one will probably buck the 30-minute trend and just be like, look, we need a good 45, 50 minutes for this. Mm-hmm. And just let them go with that. So, but overall, I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was actually pretty good. It was a nice little balance to stuff. So
I agree.
And I just still like, how y'all kill Thanos like that? Dude. Like, okay.
And moving on.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he fascinating. Let me kill you and take your like
Yep.
what
Okay.
the. All righty, okay. I thought we was gonna get a fight. Nope, that was
Nope.
done real quick. All right, we know you don't play around. So yeah, looking forward to next week. Should be another banger of an episode. Final thoughts?
Yeah, no, I look forward to seeing where they're going to take this and how it's going to go. So,
Yeah,
let's
and
see.
there's probably going to be a cliffhanger for the second part of season
Of
1.
course.
So yeah, this is going to have to be a cliffhanger, but we shall see. We shall see. Leave a comment. Let us know what you guys thought, and we will see you guys next Sunday. Peace.
Bye.